All right. So what's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley. How old are you?
26.
And what are you doing out here? Are you homeless?
I was just homeless, yes, but for the most part, yeah. I'm out here because I'm trying to find survival.
Okay. How'd you get out of homelessness?
Family, friends, people get me off the street once in a while. They see me and they're like, you need help? Let me help you for a little bit until you figure out what else you're going to do.
So you went back with family?
Went back with friends of family.
Okay.
Not my family, which they stepped out a bit ago, so.
So you said you were homeless before?
Mm-hmm.
How long were you homeless for?
About 1.5 years now.
And what caused you to be out here on the streets?
Not making the right choices with the right people, with the wrong people, really. Being drinking, just not choosing my priorities over my survival, I was in a relationship, a tough relationship. That really was what did it. I was in a relationship because that's what kept me in it. And it fucked me over.
Yeah. So what are you doing now, to survive?
I don't know. I think maybe making a name for myself, making it known out here that there are young people struggling. I walk up somewhere and help whoever needs it. By the grace of God, give others what I can't ask for myself. Just so that I can show God I'm trying to take steps backwards into what I've already done, onto myself. I'm trying to do better for my community so I can uplift myself because I've torn myself down so much. I'm looking for my peace and other people's happiness. So, by choice, I have not put myself in a shelter. I have not put myself in a rehab because I know I'm not ready to just sit back and relax while most of my community out here struggling.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take care of yourself before you take care of others.
Now I'm realizing that. Now, being homeless for about 1.5 years now, I'm realizing I'm tired. I can't do for everybody all the time.
Why are you walking around with a buzz ball out here?
Because the girl's gonna have a drink. Through all of the madness. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the first thing I do. When I come out here, I just go get a drink or hit someone's blunt or whatever, and then I'm off.
Do you hang out with the homeless out here?
I do.
Yeah.
A lot of people out here, they know me for making everyone smile.
Yeah.
Because I could just walk around and make someone crack up or just hand out a buzz ball or just, I even offered you one. I'm like, you want one? Yeah. I barely made the means to get it, but that's what I'm out here for. I don't like to stay inside even though I'm getting the help right now. Who really wants someone that's homeless up in their space?
Yeah.
Just
That person that you're living with right now, is he a boyfriend or something?
It's my ex-boyfriend's mother.
Oh, okay.
So it's on the hush,
Yeah.
That's why I can't be there during the day, which is more than understandable, because he'll be over there and whatnot. And
so you got to take off every single day?
I got to take off every day, be out, do what I got to do. And she gives me a place to sleep, a place to shower. And I'm more than humbled for that, more than humbled.
Good that you have her at least.
And my own mom, she would be willing to help me. But the thing is she doesn't want to enable me.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing for me. I won't make her. I will not sit there and make her feel bad for me. Make her feel like she's gonna, turn one in just for me. No. Yeah. I know my mom stands on her shit and I'm gonna let her.
Do you have both parents? Did you grow up with both parents?
No. Actually, I grew up in the system.
Oh, did you?
I grew up in DCS. CPS.
How old?
Since I was 5. I grew out of the system.
Do you remember what happened? How come you got taken away?
My dad was a big G-head. He did a lot of and he abused the hell out of me and my siblings. And we were taken at a young age in and out the system our whole lives. And yeah.
What's your ethnicity? You said you were Mexican?
Mexican, Irish, white, yeah.
Who's Mexican and who's white?
My mom is Mexican, big time Mexican.
Okay.
Her whole family is Mexican.
And your dad's white?
And my dad's Irish and Native and yeah. Okay. So I got a lot of different Native in me, a whole lot.
Do you remember the day that you got taken away from your parents?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember it wasn't fair. I remember that it needed to be done though.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be scared anymore. And I knew that those people were there to help.
Mm-hmm. So was that bad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was all because of your dad, or was it other people too?
My mom was never really home, but she was misguided as well.
Yeah.
In a relationship, you have trust in someone. You have kids with especially.
Yeah.
And when that fails at the end of the day, there's a blind eye, that just misses everything.
Yeah.
So my mom, unfortunately, was a victim of being fucked over completely by and
so she was kind of just
and a selfish man.
She would make
really.
excuses.
Yeah, and she still does to this day. I didn't know you knew what was going on. You're just ashamed of it, and that's okay.
What ended up happening to your dad? Did you ever get caught up for that?
My dad's deceased.
Okay.
God took him out this world before anybody else could. Okay. I believe his time was shortened because of his guilt. He drove himself so sick that it took him out when COVID hit. When COVID hit, my dad was already sick with like high blood pressure, pneumonia, all types of shit. And when COVID hit, he was gone. Less than 3 days. They didn't even know what COVID was yet. They're like, it's an infection and we don't know.
Did he ever make amends with you guys?
No.
No? Never talked about it, nothing?
That's something I'll need to work through the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Not getting that sorry. Of like, I failed as a man, I failed you as a father, I failed you as a role model. And I wish that I could have showed you better, because my dad, what he showed me was the record that he has of home invasions. So he never actually got it by himself. He actually got off other people's backs. And that's what I try not to do.
Yeah.
That's what I live for, like to make other people happy, because I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have that role model to smile, to sit there and say, hey, it's okay, we ain't got shit, but like we're still gonna do people right because we do people in, and then guess what? You ain't got nothing. Yeah. Sometimes my only survival is someone seeing me that recognize me. They're like, you need a place to stay for the night? Sure. Thank you. Yeah, I trust you. Not all these, out here that I've already done everyone in for a night. And they know it. I've talked to a lot of people out here. They know it. They know they fucked up. They just tear down in tears when you listen to them. And then they start regretting it, and they're like, instantly their mind is just like, okay, I'm gonna start doing better. You just let them talk. Just let them talk, and they literally will pour out their hearts to you. It just sucks because right away that's not their intention. Yeah. Especially being homeless in the hot. You're not all there. Your brain's already frying the moment you walk outside. Mm-hmm.
How is it like being homeless out here? Is it dangerous or not?
Oh yeah. I have breast knuckles on me. I have my little pocket knife, but I always keep it in my bag because, nobody needs to feel threatened when they're like going through your pockets. You got all this and that. You don't need to do all that. Most of the time people are just looking for a cigarette. Most of the time people are but if they're just like creeping up on you, and you better start pulling something out your bag,
It's better for them not to know what you have.
Right, exactly.
Until it's too late.
Exactly, because then you start showing all that, and then they start the adrenaline, because they're out here too.
You start showing all that, and then they know that they got to come with something as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're...
Because I'm saying they're adrenaline, and they're like, I'm out here too. What do I add? Like, if she's like, pulling out something like this, like she feels unsafe or what?
I had a homeboy in Phoenix. This was back like 5 years ago. He always used to show off his gun, and I would always tell him, like, bro, never show off your gun.
Especially because you never know who wants one.
Yeah, just if somebody's gonna rob you or do something to you, just let that be the last thing that they find out, that you have a gun.
Yep. And especially if there's someone close to you, let that be the one thing that shows you how much it takes to get rid of them.
Yeah.
That's your payment. Really, how I see it is, so when someone takes something big from me, I'm like, all right, that's how much it took to get rid of that fake ass person in my life that's willing to do me in at any cost. I'm gonna let that be that payment. This is how much I paid you to get out my way. Yeah. To not be in my circle. To get rid of your toxicity. That's how much it took. That really ain't shit compared to what I can provide. You know what I'm saying? A good smile and a nice face. You can't really go wrong. You can go wrong when you start getting stingy and ugly on people.
So you ended up aging out of the system?
Mm-hmm.
How was all those years going through that?
Isolating. Like, unknowledgeable. Now that I'm out here and I see how the world really is, I'm like, damn, no wonder my parents couldn't really take care of me. Yeah. It's hard out here in Tucson. You see all this trash just flying around? Ain't nobody got a job doing this. You know how much they'd probably pay somebody to get all this trash right here? And they ain't doing all that. Yeah. Like, the ways have changed out here. They ain't worried about, like, the poverty and all that. They're worried about taking all the poverty's programs out here out. And building up all these skyscrapers and shit for what? You know, I don't know, things to change, but I'm out here helping people because people need people.
Yeah.
You can't just go. And then I need people too. I'm a people person. God forbid that I don't have no one to socialize with in the day. Man, I'm going to turn into a Debbie Downer like everybody else out here. I'm not trying to do that.
Well, all right. Thank you for the interview and sharing your story. I really do appreciate it. Are you okay if I post it up on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And just in case somebody wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have a Cash App or email or anything like that you want to throw out there?
I have my Cash App, which is Ashley Fletcher 98. Ashley is ASHLIE. It's different.
Okay. Can you spell the whole thing out?
ASHLIE FLETCHER 98.
All right. Just in case you guys want to give her a donation for a hotel, right?
Yeah. That would be nice. Night off the street or anything, really.
All right. Well, thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.